Hello the YouTubes, Ash back once again. It's a Sunday, it's another depressed dad video. Should only be a quick one this week I think. But as I always say at the start of this, I was depressed before I became a dad. I am not depressed because I am a dad. So this is week 8. I know I said it was week 8 last week, but my head was up my ass last week. So this is week 8 as of today. He is 8 weeks old. And it's been a pretty damn good week for Junior. We changed his milk again. I'm not sure if I told you this last week or not, but we put him on the anti-reflux milk, and my God, what a difference. He's nowhere near as twisty as he used to be. We put him on that for most of the feeds, and we give him one comfort milk. Because the anti-reflux stuff is quite thick, we think it might bind up. So the comfort milk helps with filling nappies beautifully. So like a mix of the two, and it's doing remarkably well for him, as are the Dr. Brown's bottles. Thanks to my mum again, she ordered a couple more of those, and they're godsends, absolute miracle workers, those things. If you're struggling with your kid and he's colicky as hell, fork out that extra money for the Dr. Brown's anti-colic bottles, because we've found them to be nothing but amazing. Other than that, we've had quite a happy smiley Ben this week, lots of smiles, lots of talking. He's sitting up, holding his head, no problem. Doing press-ups and stuff still. He's an absolute tank of a child. But he's been quality this week. Apparently he was up all night last night, but I never heard any of that because I was out. Completely flat out last night. Must have needed it. As for me, after last week, things are looking up, I would say, especially compared to how bad I was on Sunday. Pretty much finished work now. My last official day is tomorrow. I'm only going to go in for a couple of hours, tie up some loose ends, and steal my Tassimo back out of the kitchen. Still sort of looking for other work, but not as much as I was before. I want to make sure that my head's right before I jump into anything. I did join the new doctors, and that all went through on Friday, and I went for my checkup, and it turns out I have high blood pressure. Believe it or not, fat guy, stress head has high blood pressure. Who'd have thought? So I've got tablets for that, as well as the tablets for my depression, so I'm rattling a little bit at the minute. Not quite sure what this means, the high blood pressure thing. I don't know whether it was just a one-off, whether I was having one of those days. I am starting to think now that the anxiety attack I had last week wasn't an anxiety attack, and it was something to do with high blood pressure, because it did feel very heart attacky. But I'm still alive, I'm still ticking on. I don't feel anywhere near as bad as I did last week, so I can't really complain. I think as well I've done a lot of videos this week. That's managed to distract me. Like I say, Harvey's been an absolute joy to be around, so that's helped. So yeah, things are looking a lot better than they were 7 days ago, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, I'm just going to see how the crazy pills go and the blood pressure tablets go. I'm back in the doctor's tomorrow for an ECG. I've got bloods taken, so I'm waiting for results of those. I've got to be put on a blood pressure monitor at the end of the month to see how it fluctuates throughout the day. But hey, I feel fine in myself, and that's all I can ask. If the doctors find something, then they find something. If they don't, they don't. At the minute, I'm not trying to worry about it because I'm stressed enough without adding that on top. But yeah, as I said, it was a quick one this week. I nearly didn't do one because I had so little to say, but I thought after the state I was in last week, it might be a good idea to at least show that I'm still alive and how things can change within 7 days. Because I've said it a few times now, but the difference between last Sunday and this Sunday in my head is astronomical. Long way to go, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't have gone to the doctors and got tablets if I didn't think I still needed to do a fair bit of work to get back to where I was. But, I recognise the signs. Yes, it got me, it took me down, but I managed to halt the decline before it went too bad. I can't ask for much more than that. This is always going to be there. It's always going to creep up on me at times, as long as I know how to deal with it. And as long as I've got supportive people around me like Becca, then I should be fine. But like I said, we'll see how it goes. I'm not 100%. If I was, I would be looking for a job more actively. But at the minute, I'm just kind of playing it low-key. Just keeping an eye out for something that I feel I might be okay at, or something that really interests us, because that's kind of what I want to do now. I want to do something that's going to make me happy as well as bring the money in. I know those things aren't mutually exclusive, and I'm probably kidding myself to think that I'm going to get that job, But right now, that's what I'm focusing on. When I start to feel a bit better, I'll think about jumping into another officey job that I despise but can just about handle. Because seriously though, who is genuinely happy with what they do? Not many of us. But yeah, that's going to be it from me this week. Like I said, nice and quick. If you have liked this video, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all of that malarkey. Check out the description below for all my social medias and whatnot. And can you do me a favour please and share this video? I always forget to ask this, but it just takes 1 second to click the share button. Either share it on the Facebooks, on the Twitters, on the YouTubes, on the MySpaces, on the LinkedIns, the linked outs, the linked shake it all abouts. Wherever you have social media, please share this. Even if you didn't personally like it, somebody you're connected with might, and bring them to my channel. And as I've mentioned on the social media, every view I get and every like, every comment and any interaction helps generate money for Great Ormond Street Hospital, because that's who I'm partnered with, PG UK, and they give their partnership money to Great Ormond Street. So it's a good cause. It helps me out. It helps me to get recognised. It helps me to move on so that this can become a full-time job. Way, way off in the future, obviously. But the more shares and the more likes and the more views and everything, the more that helps me out. But yeah, I am finishing now. So as I said, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell me mum. And I will see you next time.